This is George Royale, style expert guest host for Martha Stewart Living, Sirius XM 110. We're here with Dawn Dill Russo, the stylist of the stars, and just fabulous. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Excited to be here.
So let's tell us everything that's fabulous, how to do it on a budget, how to just do everything and do it affordably.
Yeah, that's what everybody's looking for, how to shop. Everybody loves to shop.
Everybody loves to shop.
But they don't want to always spend a lot of money.
Yeah. So give us some examples on how we can be fabulous on a budget.
There's some basic tips that some may already know and some may not. One of the first things that I say to do is to go to a store that you love often, like a department store, and find an associate that you're used to working with, because they're going to clue you in on little deals and specials that are going on. So you want to think about that when, who you're working with. And if you go back to the same person, I had someone that I go to, and they literally send me a text. They're like, these shoes just came in, and, you got to come in and get them, and they'll let you know if there's promos are going on. So I think that's one really important thing to do.
What would you suggest for someone who's just moving to a new area or starting a new job that that's on a budget? That says, hey, I have to pay rent, I have to, have car fare, all these different things. How do they do it for a high-powered job? Where would you suggest they go? What do they do? Do you have a number of...
Yeah, start with the basics, first of all. A basic white button-down is very important to have in your wardrobe. If you're petite, it's just kind of quirky, but I say go to the boys' department, because sometimes they're way less expensive, and if you're really petite, you can fit in them nicely. If not, look for them on sale. Look for, department stores, larger stores, some of the discount stores like Marshall's or Loehmann's, where they'll have that type of dressing for you at better prices. And always bring cash with you. Try not to bring your credit cards. Because when you bring your credit cards, most likely you're going to overspend. But if you know you have a budget and you only have $150 with you, and that's what you're spending for your fall wardrobe, let's say, which is possible. You can spend $150, get shoes, bag, and a couple nice outfits. But just bring cash with you. It's very important. Also, I say to go to your favorite stores online and sign up for their promo codes and coupon codes. You can create a separate email account, so they all go to that, so like a Gmail account, so they're not going into your email. Exactly, and you can kind of just access it as you want. At the end of the week, if you're going to go shopping on the weekend, on Friday, check those emails, see what promo codes came in the mail for you.
Wow, that's excellent.
Yeah.
So give us some things that you like. What about jewelry, accessories?
Yeah. Jewelry is my favorite. I think it can really change an outfit, and it can be very inexpensive if you find the right one. BlueNile.com is a company that I've used before, and they're amazing for jewelry. They have obviously very high end, but they also have fashion jewelry that's under $100, but the quality is so amazing. It looks like really expensive jewelry that the celebrities are wearing. And what's cool about them is they offer free overnight shipping with FedEx, and not a lot of websites do that. So you'll spend, maybe $50 on a necklace, get them another $10 or $15 for shipping, and that's just insane. Especially if you're shopping for a gift, it's another nice thing to think about too.
What do you think about the jeweler vendors that you see in Soho and different areas in New York and in the country?
Right.
What do you think?
I think you have to be aware and be careful and know who you're working with and if it's authentic and real. Usually I go by recommendations from other people who have worked with those, especially in New York. It's important, but the same with online and the same with retailers. Usually for jewelry, it's better to look for the bigger retails. That's why I say someone like BlueNile.com, they've been around for a while, and they're reputable, and we know them. We know that their stuff is authentic. It comes with the paperwork, so that is important to think about. But also, like you said, if you're shopping locally or shopping in smaller stores or smaller boutiques in your area, just know who you're working with. Make sure that they could show you if it is real gold or real silver or diamonds or semi-precious stones. Make sure they can back that up with something. You want that to be, it's an important criteria, especially with jewelry. Unless you're buying costume jewelry.
Let's talk about garments, looks that are age appropriate. I know for me, I think about starting on the inside, then your skin, your hair, then your clothes. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Absolutely. Yeah. That is so important, and it's definitely, depending on where you work and what you do, it's going to reflect your clothing. And like I say to everybody, I work in fashion, so I could be a little bit out there. I could be a little bit different. But if you're working in the corporate world, you have to think about that and be aware of that and dress to, the dress code that's appropriate for there. I look to the superiors to see what they're wearing, and I think that's very important. Heels are important on women. I know a lot of women don't like to wear heels, but I think that they, especially in certain financial industries, I think you have to wear them. Just find really comfortable ones that work, and there are a ton out there. Just really think about every morning how you're waking up and what you feel like. What you want to portray to everybody that's going to see you that day. What you put on is really a reflection of who you are. And you can get any of that type of clothing at very affordable prices. You just have to keep your eyes open and keep a lookout for them.
So you're telling us that we can do that fine line where you can be yourself but yet fit in?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's important to be yourself. That's going to give you the confidence. That's going to make you feel good. If you wake up in the morning and you're trying to dress like, someone you don't feel like or don't look like or, is skinnier than you or taller than you, all day you're not going to feel good. So definitely put on the clothes that you love and that you feel good in.
So do you suggest sometimes that we start in our closets or do retro maybe in our parents' closets? Give us a little perspective on
Always.
that as well.
I say that about jewelry and about accessories especially, because if you go into your your grandmother's closet or your father's closet, they sometimes have amazing accessories, belts, hats, scarves that you can find in there for free. And, they're not wearing them anymore. Scarves are a great accessory to use. You could wear them so many different ways. They're pretty much seasonless. And for women, we could wear them even as like a top. You could put a little tank underneath it, tie it with a belt, and wear it as a top, which is fantastic. Belts always seem to accessorize outfits really nicely, too. Even for men, I feel like they work well. They dress up an outfit and give it a different look rather than, going beltless, let's say. Hats are always a really nice accessory. Glasses, too. Sunglasses, you can find them in drugstores. Ones that look like your favorite designer brands you can find in drugstores, and they look amazing. And they hide, a little bit of a tired eye, too.
One of my favorite things to talk about is shoes. Love shoes.
I love shoes.
How does one, I know what I do, but I want you to expand and talk about how to get a designer shoe at a discounted rate.
Well, I shop online for those things. And again, look for the authentic sites, the ones that you've heard about, the ones that that you can go to their, page and make sure that everything is backed up. A site like Endless.com or Bluefly.com are amazing. I've bought shoes from both of them up to 50 to 60% off, which is amazing. I mean, you could buy a pair of Fendi shoes.
50% off?
Yes.
My eyes just opened.
Yeah, it's like I dropped to the floor.
There's something that happens when you say starting at 50% off.
And let me tell you, when you put those shoes on, you feel incredible. And you're going to get the wear out of them. There's something that I call, it's a cost per wear. And you're wearing your shoes and handbags almost every single day. So you're getting a better cost per wear with that than you're getting, say, with just a little dress or a shirt or, maybe a pair of pants that are super trendy that you're not going to wear too often. Think about your shoes. Most likely you're wearing them a lot. I know the 2 or 3 pairs that you buy in the beginning of the summer, throughout the whole summer you're wearing them. Same with your fall shoes. Make sure they're comfortable and don't be afraid to buy a little bit higher end of a designer for a shoe. Cole Haan makes an amazing shoe. I don't know if anybody's tried them. And they're relatively decent price. And they're comfortable. They look amazing. And they will last a lifetime. It's so important.
Do you know about end-of-the-year sales? Can you tell us something about, like Gucci has an end-of-the-year sale
yes,
for those?
Most designers have end-of-the-year sales. You can go into the actual stores if they're in your area, but they also have them online. And I think that's the best time to shop. You may be having to buy shoes that are for, let's say that for the summer of next year, or for in June you're buying winter shoes, but it's better, and it's actually a little bit of a surprise in your closet when you buy those shoes that you can't wear them right away. But 3 or 4 months later, you kind of go in your closet and you look in the box and you're like, oh, I have these fabulous shoes I get to wear. So it's exciting, and I think those are the best times to shop designers. I would not recommend shopping full price designers at all, because you don't have to. Usually, unless there's some amazing pair of, boots that are going to sell out, I say look for the discounts, look for the, 20, 30, 40% off.
So you think it's passé for people to say to know that this designer, this came out this year?
Yeah, and you know what? I think they're keeping up with that. I feel like you can get the designers at the same time that they came out. I know I've found shoes on some of these sites and in the stores that are of the season right then that they're having sales on. So I think designers are kind of on that trend too, that they don't want to have stuff that's from too many seasons ago, and they want to keep it fresh, and they do know people are looking for sales. So I think that they're kind of staying on top of that and making sure that, they have the sample sales and they do the stuff to please their customer.
So do you think our designers and our retails are making it affordable or making it so that we can go out and look wonderful on a budget and just, not out of
especially the way, the past few years with the economy and everything. I think everybody's had to kind of look at it a different way, and they know that they're not getting people to make the purchases like they used to, the luxury purchases. And there's people still out there buying them, but most people are looking for sales, or looking for discounts, and they know that they can get them. They know that they can find these items at a discounted rate.
That sounds great. And it's an exciting time in watches. I know we talked about that stands out just aside from jewelry, but I'm a watch person.
Me too.
And the one that you have on is wonderful stuff.
They absolutely accessorize an outfit, and I go for a men's style watch, even to women. I love big and bold. I think they're just stunning and amazing, and you can find them in a lot of vintage stores for under $20. I've seen amazing watches. So just keep your eyes out. Keep a lookout for the something like that really stands out and pops. Wearing a watch, people notice it more than they've noticed, a pair of earrings or a little necklace that you wear. So.
What about maintenance of your hair?
Oh, God. Hair and makeup.
Yeah, let's sit on that for a minute.
It is like...
Because that can be costly, and it can be trendy. And
it can. And
so give us something
it's difficult to stay on top of that. Hair, I know, just coloring and cutting all the time, going to get it done, it's hard to maintain. But on the other end, I think it's really essential to your look and to making you look good. If you know that you can't do, I have little secret tips. If you know that you can't stay on top of your roots, let's say, go get a little mascara that's the color of it, and it'll touch it up perfectly for that, 2 weeks that you can't, your roots might be showing.
This is George Roral. I am the style expert and a guest host for Martha Stewart Living, Sirius XM 110. We will be right back with Dawn Della Russo. This is George Roral, style expert, guest host, Martha Stewart Living Radio, Sirius XM 110. We're sitting here with the fabulous Dawn Della Russo, who is the fabulous style expert. She's giving us some tidbits on how to buy clothing on a budget, how to look fabulous, how to do everything on a budget. So let's recap a little bit and give us some of the things that we were talking about, jewelry, clothing, how to go out in the world and look fabulous on a budget.
Start with your confidence. Wake up in the morning and put on what you love. One of the first things that I did mention was to bring cash with you. I think that's so important. Shop with cash. Don't shop with the credit cards. You can't go wrong. You're never going to overspend.
And I've learned something, because I think if I have cash in my wallet, I'm going to spend it all. So then I always take the card thinking that I won't. But you're saying that I should get cash.
Exactly.
And then have a certain amount, and then that's
know what you're spending. Exactly.
Yeah,
know your budget. You're pretty much setting your budget, especially if you're only shopping a few times a year. You're not shopping constantly. Unlike us who are probably in the fashion industry shopping all the time. You know the times of the year that you need to pick up stuff and how you need to add to your wardrobe. I think also having a closet checklist of the things that you need to have in your closet, the essential items, the important items, to make sure that you can check that off first. Don't buy the things that you don't need. Don't buy too trendy. Don't buy the items you're only going to wear once. Know what works for you. A little black dress goes a long way. You can wear it with, flats, a great pair of heels. You can really dress it up or dress it down, put a belt on it, accessorize it with a bunch of jewelry, and it could look fabulous for so many different things.
I think you would agree with this, that I try to approach it with the 3 phases, meaning inside, outside, then your clothing should be last, meaning knowing how you feel about yourself. Then the grooming. A lot of times people forget about the grooming. Your skin, having healthy skin, healthy teeth, hair, all of those things. Can you expound on that and make sure to see how important that is?
You are so right. Honestly, you can have the simplest outfit on, a T-shirt and jeans. If your hair looks good, if your skin looks amazing and glowing, it just, everything stands out. Everything looks great. So yeah, absolutely, I feel the same way about that. Caring for your hair, caring for your own teeth, they change everything. The second somebody smiles and they have good-looking teeth.
Yeah, because we're not going to see that Dolce & Gabbana dress if you have yellow teeth.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you're going to be like, oh, those teeth are yellow.
Yeah, and people think it's, we're laughing at it, but it's really serious. I think that if you have $100 to spend on a dress and you need to have some other things done, like your skin, you should spend that money there first.
Care for that. And it'll last so much longer.
Because it is part of your style, don't you think?
Yeah, without a doubt. Definitely. The top of that's what your style starts with. That's what you start with.
And I'm so glad that you are echoing that, that you're telling people that it's not so much about the clothing, that it first starts with you.
And that's what's going to make you feel good.
Yeah.
When you wake up and you're like, oh, my skin looks amazing, or I love my new haircut, that's going to change everything, and you're going to put on an outfit that you love. That's going to be the easy part of the day.
And that you are wearing the clothes, and the clothes are not wearing you.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness. So is there any tidbit to young people that we would say that are coming out of college or just starting into the workforce and saying that, I need something, what do I start with? I
think, be a little cautious. Don't try to bring your trends too much into the workplace. Save them for the weekend. You don't need to bring them into, you don't need to show up to work with the, huge necklace and, skin-tight dress. Save that for the weekend, fun with your friends. Go for a chic look, a sophisticated look. In the end, you're always going to feel better with that type of look. And, you never know. It can get you the promotion. It can get you the better job. You don't know who you're going to run into at work, who somebody's going to introduce you to. And if you have the right outfit on, it's going to change everything. So I think thinking a little bit more sophisticated rather than trendy is the way to go with work style, especially coming out of school.
How do you feel about fashion for men? Going forward, suits, how should it be groomed?
I feel like I want to tell guys to get dressed up more. I tell girls that too. Mm-hmm. It's not bad to get dressed up. Wearing the sweatpants all the time or the shorts or the flip-flops, you're dressing down. You're not showing who you really are. And that stuff, you always have opportunity to wear that. But putting a nice suit on, how great does it feel for a guy?
I think it feels good.
Yeah.
But,
I know it's uncomfortable, but I think if you get it tailored and you get it to work with your body, rather than just buying that bulky shirt that doesn't feel like it fits right, which a lot of guys do. I think if you really get it tailored and you go into a store, if you go into a department store, they'll tailor it for you for free. So you don't always have to pay for that. So when you're buying a suit, that's something to think about, that you don't have to pay for that, and why not get it fitted to your body to get the shape just right, to get everything, the back maybe taken in a little bit where you wouldn't necessarily think about that on the shirt, will change everything.
Yeah, so do you think that fashion always segues to different parts of areas of people's lives? So when you meet someone, whether if it's in the workplace or on a date or something, if they're well-groomed and well-dressed, it doesn't mean that it's expensive. It means that the quality of the garment is well-made.
Exactly.
And they look well.
Right.
Don't you think that's more attractive than to have someone just kind of hanging out?
Yes, exactly.
Literally.
And I say it all the time. You can get, there's no reason to say, I can't afford it, I can't buy it. When you look out for those sales and you know how to shop and you go into a store like the Gap, you can find those items for a great price and still be able to look like you want to look and look appropriate and not spend a fortune.
That's great advice. And I've learned something here today, too, because I really thought, and I was typing this, that I should just take my card and it would just save me more money.
Right, save. Like you budget everything else, budget your clothing.
Yeah, so how do we tell us some of the things that you're doing right here? You have a book.
I do. I have a book. It's 101 Glam Girl Ways to an Ultra Chic Lifestyle.
Okay, how do you get it?
It's on Amazon, and it's in bookstores. So you can get it anywhere. It's under $15, and it's just a bunch of really cute tips with sketches, and it ranges from beauty, fashion, lifestyle, a little tip about meditation. So it's not just fashion, it's a little bit about everything, just to make your life a little bit more glamorous.
So give me some of your services. Could you come to my house and say, hey, if I'm too busy to come to you?
Yes, I mostly do that in the tri-state area, but I have awesome services that are virtual. So, and it's been so exciting to do it. I work with people, and basically we Skype, and we turn our video cameras on, and I virtually go into their closet and get to check out their wardrobe. They show me what they have, what they don't have. Yep, and I'm like, okay, that'll work, that won't work. I mean, I've put together outfits that people were amazed by that they had in their closet. They did not have to go out and shop. You know, we put together a jacket with a dress they never thought would work together, a belt and a pair of shoes that they never wore with a certain pair of pants, you know.
That's what I do. I mean, I always tell people to start with their closets because a lot of times if they've done anything like
so much in there. I mean, even my own closet, I go in and I'm like, I can't believe I had this top in here. And I don't
even a long skirt, you can make them short, or you can take a jacket and have it retooled.
Exactly.
Or, like, I had one client that she was a bridesmaid forever, and so she took those dresses. And made them cocktail dresses.
Right, and you can get them dyed. I mean, you can get a dress that's maybe a yellow color you would hate wearing and dye it black, and there you go, you got your gorgeous.
So do you think a tailor is your best person too? Like if you're doing...
Yes, and it is worth the money because, you know, tailoring it to fit your shape and to fit your body, it will do wonders, absolute wonders.
Well, this is amazing. This is amazing good feedback that we're getting, and that your clothing is something that is important, that will take you to the next level from where you want to go. So in finishing up, is just some lasting words that you would like to leave with our listeners?
Just have confidence in yourself, feel good about yourself, and don't feel like you have to spend a ton of money to look sophisticated and chic.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.